The time of fasting. 40. The time of fasting is the period that begins at the second dawn and continues until sunset. However, there is a disagreement regarding whether the time should be calculated from the moment of the first appearance of the second dawn or from the time when the light begins to spread across the horizon. According to some scholars, the moment of the first appearance of the second dawn is the decisive factor. This is also the view closest to the principle of caution. According to other scholars, the time when the light begins to spread and disperse should be taken as the starting point. This is also more convenient for those who will fast. For this reason, according to the first opinion, the second, true dawn, and according to the second opinion, from the moment the light begins to disperse after the dawn has appeared. 41. For one who is in doubt regarding the breaking of dawn, the most virtuous course of action is to refrain from eating and drinking. However, if one does eat or drink, the fast is still valid. However, if it is determined that one ate or drank after dawn, then one must make up that fast. If suhoor is eaten after dawn, even if the presumption is strong and no other evidence is available, according to the sound narration, this is not to be relied upon. However, in this case, making up the fast is in accordance with prudence. 42. If a fasting person has doubts about sunset, it is not permissible for them to break the fast. If they break their fast and the actual situation remains unclear, they must make up the fast. Regarding the requirement for expiation, there are two narrations. However, if it becomes clear that they broke the fast before sunset, then in addition to making up the fast, an expiation is also required. The ruling applies to anyone who breaks the fast while having a strong belief that the sun has set. Whether it is understood that they broke their fast before sunset or not, the ruling remains the same. 43. It is permissible to eat both suhoor and iftar after conducting research. That is to say, a person who intends to fast, if unable to find another means, eats the suhoor meal based on the prevailing opinion and begins fasting. Once they are convinced that dawn has broken, they may also break their fast base on a strong presumption after observing the sunset. However, for those who cannot clearly determine the breaking of dawn, it is prudent to begin the fast as soon as possible. And for those who cannot determine the setting of the sun, it is also prudent not to break the fast immediately. 44. Drum, the sound of a cannon, or the lighting of lampions to begin or break the fast. One must ensure that these are reliably regular and visible and audible from all directions. It must also be known through experience that the clocks are functioning properly.